Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Making, and today I'm going to be giving you part 20 of What If Naruto Went with Itachi. And later tonight, What If will be on my second channel, so make sure you go and check that out. There will be two posting on this channel and I hope you enjoy. Get this one to 100 like as usual, and if you see next part as soon as possible, remember to share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And I posted two What If late last night, so I doubt all of you guys saw it. So go and check them out. What if Naruto was an Otsutsuki? And what if Naruto went back in time? Go and check both of them out, guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intros. Last time we left off, Jiraiya had brought Naruto to Tsunade so he could get healed after Gaara had used his sand to tear the skin off of Naruto's bones, and it was healing very slowly. Even Itachi was wondering why Naruto was healing so slowly. After she finished healing him up, Naruto then wake up as he started to hide in the shadows as Tsunade quickly realized what Naruto had. The next day she told Jiraiya that Naruto had a phobia and they need to break it out of him because it might ruin his life to be a shinobi if he still has this phobia. When he sees new people or he doesn't like to interact with them, he always hide. Shizune had went over to Naruto's room to check up on him, and when Naruto woke up he got angry after seeing this woman that he never met before because he was unconscious when they were healing him. He was gathering up a large amount of chakra in his body until Itachi and Kisame had to come into the room because Naruto could have destroyed the whole entire small village that they were in with the amount of chakra that he was gathering up. Naruto then released a blast as he slammed Kisame and Itachi in the wall as Shizune was slammed into the wall as well as she passed out. Itachi then came over to Naruto and calmed him down. After that, Naruto nodded, and that was the last part we left off, but you guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. Naruto then looked over to the part where Itachi crashed, only to see that no one was there. Itachi saw Naruto as he was above all of them, standing on the ceiling. Naruto looked up after sensing his presence as Naruto had a growl look on his face as Kisame looked at Naruto. Seeing the direction that he was looking, he also looked up as he saw crimson, red totem eyes looking down at them as Itachi has activated his Sharingan. Naruto jumped off his bed as his own eyes went crimson as well. He thought that Itachi had betrayed him, but what he didn't know that Itachi did it out of his own safety so he could leave the Akatsuki. As Naruto then went on all fours as his eyes then turned crimson with a split in it as red chakra engulfed his body. One tail then spurted out as the fox ears spurted around the red chakra. Kisame had to step back so he wouldn't get burned. Naruto, now calm down, you know you cannot fight Itachi. Naruto turned around and glared at him, showing Kisame the hatred that Naruto had in his eyes for Itachi, making him shiver. That is also when the two Sannin showed up, both very stunned to see Naruto in that state. Tsunade then looked down as she saw Shizune on the ground, unconscious from the explosion that Naruto let out. As Jiraiya looked over, he then saw Kisame backing away from Naruto. Tsunade was glaring at the boy though. He had hurt Shizune, so he wasn't sure what he was doing, or did he do it out of spite, hurting her as Tsunade clenched her fists as a vein pulsed at the top of her hand as she was ready to make Naruto pay for what he did. Itachi then jumped down off the ceiling as he landed beside Kisame, as Naruto then swept past Kisame, ignoring the two Sanins. As Itachi then jumped back as Naruto swiped at him, destroying half of the building. Itachi then jumped through, leading Naruto out of the small village as Naruto chased behind him. Naruto followed Itachi the entire time, fully aware of Jiraiya and Kisame behind them. As Naruto started to move faster, as he was hopping from rooftop to rooftop, trying to catch up with Itachi. Then they came up outside of the village. As they came to a place, it was grassy, a couple of boulders here and there, as Naruto grinned as he was on all four, as he realized that he had the advantage there. Itachi stopped as he watched Naruto landing in front of him, as Naruto pushed out an arm with the claws, intent to kill Itachi on the spot. Itachi with his Sharingan activated, then dodged the attack as Naruto moved by him, as Itachi shook his head as Naruto growled back at him. "I thought I taught you better than to just lunge," Itachi said silently. He could hear the roar building in the boy's throat. "Don't tell me what you taught me. You're the one who told me to never betray a teammate. Guess you broke that," Naruto yelled as he then rushed up to Itachi with incredible speed as he swiped his hand as Itachi ducked down to the ground as he threw two kunais at Naruto. Naruto put up his hands as they were caught in the red chakra, and they were soon burned to a crisp, leaving nothing behind. Itachi had his back turned to Naruto as he then turned around slowly as Naruto saw tears running down his face. Naruto was right. He had pretty much broken everything that he taught Naruto about trusting and do not betray your friends or your family, because Itachi once told Naruto that they are now brothers, and he treated Naruto like a younger brother, and Naruto also treated him like a bigger brother. Itachi then activated his Mangeto Sharingan as Naruto rushed at him. He was too arrogant and angry, not noticing, as he already knew about Itachi and his eyes, but he was so caught up in pure anger and rage that Itachi just moved as he dodged the fist coming towards him. As Itachi looked into his eyes, as Naruto's splitted eyes went back to normal, as the chakra around him faded away, as he then dropped on the ground. When Itachi and Naruto finished their small battle, Jiraiya and Kisame showed up, but Itachi was gone before they did, as Naruto was now on the ground as he was knocked out. Kisame went over to the boy slowly and put the boy on his back, as he was surprised to see tears running down Naruto's face. As he checked for any injuries, knowing that Itachi would never do anything damage to hurt him, he then left Naruto on his back as Naruto's eyes were still closed. He knew that when he caught up with Itachi, he would see tears running down his face as well, but he has been gone for a bit now, so he would have wiped them off. He always knew that those two has been very close from the moment they met and came to the Akatsuki, and they still had a bond between them. Even though Naruto thought that Itachi did what he did out of hatred and power and deserted him, but if he ever knew that he did it to protect him so he would be safe, he would change his mind about trying to kill Itachi. "This is all your fault," Kisame said as he thought about Pain. Pain had ripped the two apart, and Kisame admired Itachi for pushing Naruto away so he could save him, even though it meant that Naruto would hate him. Jiraiya then landed as Kisame picked up Naruto as he walked over to Jiraiya and handed him Naruto. "We don't want to kill the boy," Kisame said. "Itachi is doing all of this to keep Naruto safe and alive. Our leader wants to take him for a weapon, but we won't let that happen. So I ask you, keep him safe to told Sage, because Itachi has already ripped him away from the Akatsuki, so he would be safe. I need you to watch over Naruto, Kisame said. And if you let him get caught by anyone else. Kisame then paused as he showed his sharp teeth. I will rip you in half myself, he said in a dark voice. As he then turned around, as he then jumped into the forest heading off, leaving a very confused Jiraiya, as he thought that they wanted Naruto for the fox inside of him. But he guessed they're kind of on Naruto's side. Back at the hotel, Naruto was on the bed as Tsunade glared at the boy once again. The boy has injured her apprentice, her family. She treated Shizune like a family, and the boy hurt her as she turned to Naruto with an angry look on her face. She wanted to go over there and beat him senseless, but she couldn't because what he has. She knew that he has that beast inside of him, and he was not under control, she thought to herself. And also, with that fear, she did have hemophobia, also commonly known as fear of blood, but Naruto has a phobia, as he was fear of new people, and she knew that was a big part of Naruto's problem as well. But she was still mad that he had hurt her assistant, as Shizune was like a daughter to her. But every time she looked at the boy, she realized that he acted like Dan and Nowaki. Even though he had this phobia, he still had a mental image about him that made she think about her boyfriend and her younger brother. This ninja world is cruel, she said to herself, as she think about the both of them and how they died. As she took her mind off of it, usually all ninjas could do fine around strangers, but this boy, he couldn't, and she couldn't imagine why. The only way that should have happened was out of pure fear. If he feared something so bad, he just closed up and had this phobia. For now, as Shizune and Naruto slept, Tsunade think about the deal that could bring her both loved ones back to life, that Orochimaru gave her, that he would bring the both of them back if she healed his hand. Jiraiya was hounding her now. He felt like she was keeping something from him, and it wasn't about the boy's condition. She was keeping something at the moment. What could she be hiding from me? Jiraiya thought to himself. As he saw the look on her face, she only had that look when she had something on her mind that was bothering her. But he also came to her for something as well. He wanted her to be the next Hokage of Konoha, and she really didn't want to. He already knew that, but he didn't want to. As Tsunade looked through the window, right now she only wanted to see her younger brother and Dawn again, even though Shizune said that it was wrong and stupid. As Tsunade was about to chew on her thumbnail again, the boy stirred. It was about time. It was already 6 in the night. How long were you going to be passed out for? She said loudly. He slowly stood up as he rubbed at his eyes childishly. Tsunade couldn't believe that this kid was supposed to be some strong brat that was able to take on a Akatsuki S-class criminal, and even her, a Sanin. But once his eyes fully opened and she saw those slitted blue eyes, as his eyes were still blue but it was still slitted, as she knew that this was another yellow flash in the making. She then saw his eyes started to shake. As his whole body was shaking, she realized that he really had a terrible phobia, as she then crossed her arms and said, "Jiraiya, get the hell over here," as she shouted. That yell was heard through the whole hotel, and with that, Jiraiya was scrambling to get back to Tsunade's room before she murdered someone. Jiraiya was sweating horribly as he entered the room. He was scared. No, correction, terrified. What had he done now? He had stayed away from the hot springs, stayed away from the bars, and he didn't oogle girls around her. So, what has he done? Make her call out his name in that way. As soon as he entered the room, he understand. Naruto was awake as he was shaking, as he was at the corner of the bed. Jiraiya looked back at a very relaxed Tsunade in her chair as she leaned back and her arms were crossed. As he then turned back to Naruto, noticing that Naruto had a death grip on the comforter on the bed as he was squeezing onto it. Jiraiya sighed as he moved over to Naruto's side and let the boy basically snuggle into his side. Naruto breathed in the familiar scent, already knowing the toad sage like the back of his hand. Naruto didn't have a problem with the sage, even though he didn't fully trust him. That will take a year or so. Now they watch a touching scene as she watched Naruto trembling, disappear slightly, but not all the way. She was correct in calling Jiraiya in. He could keep the brat calm from attacking them or freaking out horribly. So now with the two of them, she could tell them what the hell was wrong with him in the first place. Jiraiya, there is a reason why I call you in here, besides from calming the brat down, Tsunade said, as she sighed. The reason why he's struggling and acting this way, the reason why he's snuggled up to you so close, is because he knows you. And this is the cause of his terrible phobia of strangers. The brat has a phobia, you know, like my hemophobia, but his is kind of worse, since it does affect his ninja life and his normal life as well, Tsunade said. She then noticed as Naruto peeked out of his hiding spot as he was about to watch her and listen to the explanation. As she was ready to explain everything she could think about this phobia. She sighed again as she leaned farther into the seat, ignoring the creaking that it was giving out. The phobia you have is called xenophobia, or more commonly known as the fear of strangers, which is why you shake or tremble whenever a stranger touch or try to talk to you or even brush against you accidentally, or even if you're in the same room as them. There aren't many easy ways of curing it, and I'm guessing that you have to get over it yourself, Tsunade explained. Jiraiya stared at her in a weird way, and Naruto only pushed his face back into Jiraiya's side as he was shivering slightly now. How does he even have it in the first place? Jiraiya asked. Tsunade had a vein on her forehead as she heard Naruto grunt in disbelief. He lived in a damn hellhole village for almost his younger days, and he was almost killed every day, and you're asking how he get it? Tsunade said as she got up and knocked Jiraiya down to the ground as he broke right through the floor, flying 2 levels down as they were in a higher level in the hotel. Naruto looked at Tsunade as he was startled. She then pinched the bridge of her nose silently as she tried to stop the headache that Jiraiya is giving her from just talking about how Naruto got the damn phobia in the first place, as he was stupid enough to leave Naruto in that village. It was kind of his fault. Sorry about that, brat, but he was an idiot and he deserved that, said Tsunade. I can also understand what you're going through. I have a phobia as well, and mine is called hemophobia, and I am afraid of blood, Tsunade explained, as Naruto then turned his head to her as he was calm and he stopped shaking. Tsunade smirked as she reached out to Naruto. I will help you beat your fear, she said as she smirked, still holding her hand out. Naruto looked at it hesitantly, and it took a few minutes before he finally went in for a good handshake with the Sannin. As the both of them smirked at each other, Naruto wasn't much more shy at less, because he was getting warmer and closer to her. A couple minutes and Shizune was awake as Naruto went over. Lady Tsunade had introduced Naruto to her assistant, as Naruto apologized for what he did. Tsunade brushed that off of her mind. Today was the day that she talked to Orochimaru about their deal. She was thinking about denying it actually, just leaving him to hang for once. She wouldn't let the opportunity of her lover and her brother being brought back get to her. If she had to, she would destroy the snake. Without his hands, he's pretty much useless, she thought to herself. As all of them has been talking for the whole entire night. They all got to their room and it was like early in the morning. That's why I said it was today. Tsunade has already taken care of Jiraiya. She slipped something into his juice last night that is going to make him sleep for the entire day. Naruto was fast asleep as Tsunade then called Shizune. Shizune got out in the hallway as she then said sorry for this as she punched her in the stomach as Shizune was fall unconscious. So it was the best time for her to take care of the deal with Orochimaru. But before that, all she had to do was take care of the boy. But guys, I'm gonna end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on that bell notification. But yeah, I'm out for now guys and stay tuned for my second channel and another watch up on this channel. Peace.